I just signed up for a full Ironman and I have no experience. I've never done a triathlon before. I know how to swim, but I'm not a strong swimmer. I know how to bike, but I haven't really biked since I was a little kid in high school and I would just be biking around town. I just bought my first bike, so I still have no experience really there. I'm an all right runner. I've done a half marathon, but I haven't even done a full marathon. I have a full marathon coming up in under a week, and I wanted to wait until after my marathon to sign up so I saw how it went. But I saw tickets were 80% sold out, so I ended up buying my tickets, and now I'm going to be signed up for an Ironman and going to be training for that for 2024. Now, why did I sign up for an Ironman? I honestly don't really know why I did sign up for it. I used to be someone that absolutely hated cardio. You never really catch me doing cardio, running, biking, whatever it would be. I would take the elevator just to go up one flight of stairs. And the most cardio you really ever caught me doing was, say, 10 reps of squats at the gym. And that was about the extent of my exercising or cardio that it went. I was just way too lazy and I did not feel like doing any form of cardio. Then I had to shift in my mindset where I have a few things that I think I can attribute as to why I ended up signing up for a marathon and I find myself where I'm currently at. I believe it all started back a couple years ago at my work. We had a competition for Movember where we had to see who was going to run the most miles, and I really wanted to win that, so I went all out. I went from basically zero training to running 5 miles every single day, and I think that sort of started it. And then I eventually got into Andy Frisella, and I ended up doing 75 hard. So I had to do at least one outdoor cardio workout. And what I typically ended up doing was, since I don't like walking because I feel like it's too slow, I would end up running. So I would started my running journey, I think, from Movember and also from Andy Frisella and his 75 hard program. And it built off of that. And then I eventually listened to David Goggins' book. And I think that just really showed to me we are able to achieve and we're capable of so much more than what we actually think we are. And especially in our minds, we limit ourselves so much. So I started to want to push myself even more. So I basically slowly got more into running and wanted to push myself both physically and mentally. And then eventually my cousin ended up asking me if I wanted to sign up for a half marathon with him. And I was like, sure, let's do it. And I had very minimal experience running. So I ended up signing up for the half marathon, doing that. It went pretty well for my first half marathon. However, after the half marathon, I ended up injuring my knee and it basically put me out for 6 months. And I slowly got back into running. And I got to the point where I said to myself, let's start doing 45 minutes daily of cardio on top of what I was already working out at the gym. So I was doing 2 workouts a day and I never really did the cardio. So I was like, let's try it out, see how it goes, see if that improves my body. And I started from there and I kept going. And I didn't really have any goals that I was chasing towards. And I think that's why I ended up starting up for my first marathon, where I'm currently at right now. And that's actually less than a week away from now. And then I eventually ended up signing up for my second marathon, which is about 2 months away from now. And then I was going to wait until after my first marathon because I've never run a marathon. So I wanted to see how the marathon actually went, how I was able to perform before I actually bought Ironman tickets. But then I heard tickets were 80% sold out. So I was like, oh shit, I got to jump on this right now. So I ended up buying those tickets before I actually ran my first marathon. So we still have our first marathon coming up and I don't know what it is, but I'm so excited about trying to train for the Ironman that I'm wanting to go out and bike right now. I'm wanting to go out and swim right now, but I don't really want to do that because I have less than a week before my first marathon and I'm trying not to add anything into my training. I'm just trying to focus on my running right now. So I eventually ended up buying all my gear, my bike, and looking more into Ironmans. And now I'm here with no experience, sign up for a full Ironman, and I'm going to be doing that in July, Lake Placid. And like I said, very minimal swimming, biking, and I have a bit of experience running, but not a crazy amount of experience there, all to basically just push myself both physically and mentally. While I was watching some of these Ironman videos, I basically said to myself, you know what? let's go all in on this. And we're going to dedicate basically our lives to this. And I texted my cousin and I said, you know what, I'm going to set a goal and I'm going to try and qualify for Kona. And I know that's a very big and ambitious goal, but what's the point of even trying if you aren't trying to be really great and thrive and be extremely successful doing this? So I'm going to be trying to push myself as much as I can to be able to come close or be able to achieve that goal of qualifying for Kona. Like I said, I'm so far away from that goal right now, but I got just about a year to train for this, and I'm going to be dedicating nearly nonstop towards Ironman training. So a little bit about what you can expect if you do want to follow along on this journey is I'm going to try and document this the best I possibly can, all my training, my diet, my supplements, whatever it might be in the process of trying to train and get to Ironman Lake Placid and qualify for Kona. I have just under a year, so I feel like that's enough time to be able to train and be able to do well, but I don't know if that's enough time to be able to qualify for Kona, but we're going to be pushing ourselves to try and make it and be able to qualify for Kona. So like I was saying, I'm extremely hyped to start training for this Ironman, but I want to get these first marathons out of the way. This first marathon, I'm not going to be doing anything before that, but once I get into and start training for my second marathon, I think I am going to start sprinkling in a lot of biking and a lot of swimming, because my cousin was telling me that I really need to work on swimming because I have no idea what I'm going to be swimming that in, but I know it's going to be extremely slow and I know I'm not going to be good at it. So I need to start training as much as possible for swimming and probably biking as well if I want to be able to qualify for Kona. So if you have any tips, feel free to let me know. If you want to connect, feel free to reach out and message me. I'll try and get back to everyone. Or if you just want to come along for the journey, be sure to subscribe and let's attack our goals together. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.